On May 30th, 1964, the Indianapolis 500 turned into chaos. Flames swept across the track, claiming the lives of 2 drivers, and Ford's revolutionary racing engine, years in the making, teetered on the brink of disaster. But how did a British chassis, an Italian carburetor, and a rebellious Ford engineer ignite a chain of tragedy that ultimately led to triumph? The truth is that Detroit's greatest racing engine was born from betrayal, blood, and a feud that nearly tore apart the Ford Motor Company. By 1962, IndyCar racing had fallen into stagnation. The old Offenhauser engine, a relic from the 1920s, had dominated for over a decade, winning 15 straight Indy 500s. Its creator, Fred Offenhauser, ruled the sport like a mob boss, and no one dared to challenge him. That changed when Don Frey, Ford's maverick vice president, set out to destroy Offie's reign. His goal was simple yet dangerous: build an engine so advanced it would either humiliate Offenhauser or cost him his job. Frey assembled a secret skunk works team led by Bill Gay, Ford's advanced engine chief, Mauro Forghieri, consultant, and Phil Remington, the genius behind Shelby's Cobras. Their mission: shrink a Fairlane V8 to 255 cubic inches, add dual overhead cams, and make it scream at 8,000 RPM. Many called it Project Suicide. At the time, the Indy 500 was dominated by similar-looking roadsters running outdated technology. Then came Dan Gurney, the New York-born racer who had just won the Daytona Continental. His performance caught the attention of Mickey Thompson, a legend of speed, who invited Gurney to race with a mid-engine Buick V8 car, an early sign of the future. Although Gurney's first Indy race ended in failure, he brought along someone who would forever change the sport: Colin Chapman, founder of Lotus Cars. Chapman was fascinated by what he saw. With Gurney's persuasion, he envisioned a new approach: lightweight, efficient, and brilliantly engineered machines. Meanwhile, Don Frey, observing from the sidelines, realized this was Ford's opportunity to break into top-tier racing. He promised a Ford-powered car for the next year, without even telling his bosses. Soon, Chapman, Gurney, and Frey gathered in Dearborn to pitch the radical idea: a lightweight Lotus chassis powered by a small but ferocious Ford V8. Many Ford engineers doubted it, but Bill Gay believed. Ford's secret project roared to life. They reverse-engineered the Offie, studied its weaknesses, and designed their own weapon from scratch. Using a small 260 cubic inch block from the Ford Fairlane, they began testing relentlessly. When carburetor issues threatened progress, Bill Gay personally flew to Italy to meet Weber's engineers. Thanks to a favor from the past, Weber built custom 58mm carburetors exclusively for Ford. The result? A monstrous 460 horsepower at 6,800 RPM, withstanding 24 hours of full-throttle testing. In 1963, the Lotus Ford 29 made its debut. The car stunned everyone: sleek, mid-engined, and European in design. Jim Clark qualified second and finished runner-up in the race, proving that the era of rear-engine dominance had begun. But Ford wasn't satisfied with second place. By 1964, Ford unleashed its masterpiece, the dual overhead cam V8. This all-new engine was a technological marvel: 4 valves per cylinder, lightweight aluminum construction, and 425 horsepower at 8,000 RPM. It was fast, efficient, and brutally powerful. Yet tragedy struck. During the 1964 Indianapolis 500, a fiery crash claimed the lives of Eddie Sachs and Dave McDonald. Ford's star driver Bobby Marshman led the race by 90 seconds before a minor mechanical failure ended his run. Roger Ward finished second, but Ford's executives were furious. Internal blame spread. Lee Iacocca demanded answers, and Chapman was nearly fired. Despite the heartbreak, Ford doubled down. In 1965, the company refined the design, resolved its weaknesses, and returned stronger than ever. With Jimmy Clark back behind the wheel, Ford dominated the field. Clark led 190 of 200 laps, delivering Ford's first Indianapolis 500 victory and forever changing the face of American racing. That victory marked the birth of a legend. Ford's DOHC V8 went on to win again in 1960, 1967, 1969, 1970, 1971, and 1977, making it one of the most successful racing engines in Indy history. Colin Chapman described it best. It ran smooth as a turbine. You could feel the engineering. Eventually, Ford handed the program to A.J. Foyt, who continued its legacy under his own name. From secret meetings and shattered engines to fiery crashes and unforgettable victories, Ford's Indy V8 rose from the ashes of tragedy to become a symbol of innovation, power, and revenge. Would Ford have succeeded without tragedy? Was Chapman a visionary or a villain? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe now for more unbelievable tales of engineering, rivalry, and redemption that shaped automotive history.